coronary arteries, the right one delivers blood to the right heart, and the left one delivers blood to the left side. Easy, okay? All right. Now, let's take a look at the aortic arch. There are three major vessels coming off of it. This is the right one, this is the middle one, this is the left one. The right one is referred to as the brachiocephalic trunk. Some books call it artery, same thing. The middle one is the left common carotid artery. It takes blood to the left head. And this left branch here, that's the left subclavian. This one takes blood down to the left upper limb, or the left arm, if you will. Okay. Now, on the surface of the heart also, we have other blood vessels we discussed before. We have this blue vessel here. It's called, this is the pulmonary trunk. Yes, pulmonary trunk that splits into left and right pulmonary arteries. Right? These arteries, pulmonary arteries, transport the blood to the lungs. Now, if you rotate the heart and look at it at the back, you will find these red vessels here we refer to as the pulmonary veins. This will be the right pulmonary vein. This is left pulmonary vein. Right. Next vessel we're responsible for will be the superior vena cava. That's this one. And the bottom here, that is the inferior vena cava. Now you remember you were asking me about the cardiac veins? Here's one of them, right? Cardiac veins, right? You have more of them here. All right, so the cardiac veins generally drain blood away from the myocardium. We did that question before, okay? All right, so we finish with the heart. Let's progress to this model. Now we're going to follow the route of blood down into the arm.
Can I get this?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay?
That's okay.
We're going to follow the route of blood down into the arm. Alright. So we're going to use red vessels. So we're going to start from the aorta. Ascending aorta, right, through the aortic arch, and right underneath here is the brachiocephalic trunk. That's this thing here, right? From the trunk, the blood will then pass through the right subclavian artery, then it will pass down into the axillary artery, yes, then through the brachial artery, right, and then it will pass through these arteries in the region of the elbow. Then it will split into radial artery, it's red shown here, and ulnar artery. And down here you have the right palmar arch. Good?
Yes.
All right. Now it's important that you know right from left. Now let's trace the flow of a single red cell all the way down to the bottom of the hoof. Not hoof, what do we have? Legs. Alright. From the ascending aorta, the red cell goes through the aortic arch, and since its destiny is at the bottom there, then it goes through the abdominal aorta, which passes behind the heart, through the goes through the descending aorta, part of which is is made up of the abdominal aorta, and then if the red cell is going to into the left side, then it will go through the left common iliac artery, down into the external iliac artery, through the femoral artery, because this is their femoral bone, femoral artery, into the popliteal artery, which has one branch that goes behind this bone we call the tibia. So this branch is the posterior tibial artery, and the branch that goes in front is called the anterior tibial artery. And somewhere about here will be the what? Plantar arch. Cool so far? Good. Now what about other things we have to know? What about blood to the right head? Alright, so let's do the left side. Blood from the ascending aorta, right? Aortic arch, but that blood will be passing through this branch, right? That's the left common carotid artery, which right about here, it splits into one branch that goes on the outside and one that goes inside. Yes, so the inner branch here, that will be the internal carotid artery, and the branch going on the outside will be the external carotid artery. Alright? Good. Now, let's study other things that we did already. This is all relevant to the model. We're doing arteries again. Okay? You will remember that this is the diaphragm. Good. And there's a very short piece of blood vessel that projects outward at us from the aorta, just beneath the diaphragm. That will be our celiac trunk. That's about here. This is the celiac trunk. Alright? Now, the branch of the celiac trunk that goes to the right side, that will be the common hepatic artery, right? That's the common hepatic artery. The one that goes to the left toward the spleen, that will be the splenic artery. Now these two branches, this is the left gastric, right? Goes to the stomach, and this will be right gastric. So they basically carved on the surface of the stomach. Alright? Okay. Now these will be our renal arteries. Okay, renal arteries. Now this will be the right gonadal. That will be the left gonadal. Right? Now, the mesenteries now. This is the superior mesentery. Can you see that?
Yes.
That's short piece. That's the superior mesentery. And this one is what? Inferior mesentery. Right? So it gives blood supply to the to this part of your gut, the descending colon and the sigmoid colon. Right? Okay. Now, what do we call these two branches? These will be our right and left, internal iliac. Right? You guys are not seeing this, are you? Alright, okay, now the blue stuff, I think you should try to figure out that. Alright, I'm going to help other smaller groups. You have like 10 more minutes. I want you to bear in mind when you do the blue vessels, this piece that you see that's cut off here, that's the brachial vein. Not this. This is cephalic, this one is basilic.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
they're very
the
different.
Oh,
All right. This is the brachial vein. Okay. So now I give you the arteries, so it's become relatively easy to do the veins. But remember, the veins go in what? Blood go in the opposite direction of